Hi, Isaiah. Welcome to Booster Session 1 for Lessons 1 through 3. This is all about setting a behavior goal, and the same rules are going to apply to this booster session as all of your other lessons. Remember to be listening and looking at the screen. Remember to think and then say or point at your answers on the screen as well. So far, you've been working on part 1, set a goal. And remember that question that you ask yourself when you set a goal is, what is my goal? When you take your probe later on, you will see question 1.1 says, what question do you ask yourself when you set a goal? Look at what's B. B says, what is my goal? And we know that that's our answer because it has to do with setting a goal. The other two are silly. It has to do with what is my problem, what is my dream. You know that that's not the right answer. So you can go ahead and select B. What is the goal? Point to B. Isaiah, point to B. Great job. So we know that a goal is something that you want to achieve or a target to meet. And you know at school, your goals might be to begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. And we've been talking about this symbol of a guy who's sitting at a desk and he's working very hard until his task is complete. Another example of a goal is to speak respectfully to adults and peers. You know this is a silly one. It doesn't have anything to do with what you're talking about. The one that we're talking about has to do with the guy sitting at the desk, and he's working very hard, and he's working until his task is complete. So what do you want to do to improve your behavior? We just said we're going to set a goal, and which one makes the most sense compared to what we've just talked about? It's going to be A. Point to A, Isaiah. A is the answer. I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete because this is the symbol that we're looking at the most in your lessons. This is the one that we keep coming back to. So every time you see this symbol of the guy at his desk and he's working very hard immediately until the task is complete, this is exactly what we want to see from you. This is your goal. All right, so you also identified two tasks or actions that you do well and two strengths. You said you're a good friend and that you listen to your teacher and raise your hand to answer. Nice job. You also identified an area of need. Look at that symbol. Here he is. Your need goes along with your behavior goal as well. You need to start working on your tasks right away and continue working until your task is complete. So in some ways, your behavior expectations meet classroom rules. Those strengths are ways that you're doing really well in the classroom. So you're respectful, using appropriate language, keeping your hands, feet, and objects to yourself, and doing your best. So great job using your strengths to meet the classroom rules and expectations. However, you also learned that your behavior should change to meet the classroom rules and expectations. So when you say that you need to start working right away on your tasks until the task is complete, because that's the symbol that we're looking at, it's going to help you to meet the classroom rules and expectations of listening to instructions, completing assignments, and being engaged in participating. When you take your probe later, you'll see the question, what do you know about your behavior right now? Point to B. B is the answer. Isaiah, point to B. So when you see the symbol of the thumbs down, you know that that's your answer because at sometimes your behavior does not always meet classroom rules and expectations because you get in trouble. The teacher will call on you and tell you to do what you're supposed to do or tell you to stop doing what you're not supposed to be doing, and that's okay. Nobody is perfect. We're going to improve those needs. But right now, we know the answer is B. Your behavior does not always meet classroom rules and expectations. You identified two ways to change your behavior. You said the changes that you make or changes that you make to the environment around you, but check this out. The changes that you make, Isaiah, are having to do with a symbol here. These are matched up perfectly according to all of the lessons that we've been over so far. To change my behavior, I will begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. Once again, every time you see this on your screen, you're going to be drawn to that. This is what we've been discussing, and that's what we're going to continue choosing every time you see that in your probe. So be sure it's in your brain, stuck in there, and make sure you choose that every time you see it. The changes that you make, this has to do with addressing your need, and this has to do with setting your behavior goal. All right, check out all of your symbols and look at all of your answer choices for 1.4. What needs to change for you to improve your behavior? You already know your answer is C because you see your symbol right here. This is one you're looking for. This is the one that we're talking about consistently through all your lessons. I should begin working immediately and continue working until task is complete. All right, so what about improving your behavior? What are you going to do to improve your behavior? You're going to set that behavior goal on which of the three symbols are we looking at? Which one makes the most sense compared to everything we've said so far? There it is again. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm trying to be really repetitive so that you pick the same one every single time. Please pick B. Isaiah, point to B. It says I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. All right, now it's time to practice. We're going to practice for our probe, and then we're going to take the probe by yourself. You will know all of the right answers. Please pick the ones that we are discussing here in this lesson. Do not pick the answer C every single time. You are not looking for a C, you are looking for a specific symbol of the guy in the desk, and he is working very hard and continues working until his task is complete. Okay, what question do you ask yourself to set a goal? Do you remember? What is my dream? What is my goal? What is my problem? Isaiah, make your selection now. Point to B. B is the right answer. B is, what is my goal? And you know that's the right answer because we've talked about setting a behavior goal, and the question is, what is my goal? All right. 1.2. What do you want to do to improve your behavior? Which one do you think that you should choose here? Begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. Make sure your eyes are on the screen and you're looking for the symbol. Eliminate distractions, remain focused on work, or be a responsible student. Isaiah, make your selection now, A, B, or C. I hope you saw your symbol. I hope you picked A. Point to A. A is the correct answer for 1.2. You should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. We know that because we are looking for this symbol each time. This is your answer. Okay, so what do you know about your behavior now? Remember, strengths are matching. Some strengths are matching the classroom rules and expectations, but some don't meet the classroom rules and expectations. So I think my behavior is usually fine. I have friends that have good behavior. These are silly. We don't really care about that right now. We've been talking about how your strengths and needs are sometimes matching or not matching the classroom rules and expectations. So Isaiah, point to B. B is the correct answer for what you know about your behavior now. It does not always meet classroom rules and expectations. Sometimes we get reprimanded. Sometimes we have lower ratings and that sort of thing because our behavior does not always meet classroom rules and expectations. All right, so number 1.4, what needs to change for you to improve your behavior? Once again, take a look at all of your symbols that go along with the choices A, B, and C. A is about using a sensory tool. B is about accepting responsibility as a student and doing work quickly, quietly, with good quality. Or C, begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. Isaiah, choose C. Point to C. C is I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. This is our answer because of that symbol of our guy that we're looking at sitting at his desk doing his work immediately and continue working until the task is complete. Last question that you'll come across in your probe that matters for the lessons that we've discussed so far. What can you do to improve your behavior? Is it being a responsible student, begin working immediately, or eliminating distractions? You already know your answer is B. Isaiah, point to B. And we know it because it has that symbol that we're looking for each time, right? All right, so make sure that you're thinking about everything we've discussed in our lesson so far. Make sure that you think about what you're looking for in your probe and the symbols that we've talked about and your behavior goals, and good luck and thank you for your time. Go ahead and take the probe next.